talk about the famous Wing Chun chain punch. As you may know, if you're doing Wing Chun, if you've been doing Wing Chun for a while, I'm sure your chain punching is really, really good. But just to make sure that you're having this this quality basis, we're gonna discuss it and we're gonna study it a bit, right? So chain punching is basically, right, it's the straight punch that you do in the first form, only that you couple it with the second hand, right? So basically, when you're doing a chain punch, it needs to feel like the arm in front isn't really there, right? So when I'm punching from here, my punch needs to be clean here, right? So it needs to go straight in, okay? If I know that in the beginning, a lot of people have this problem, right? They're hitting their hands, right? When they're doing really fast chain punching, they're hitting their hands basically. It's because you haven't practiced chain punching slowly, right? You don't have this coordination, or maybe your front hand is too slow. Basically, when you're doing chain punching, your front hand needs to be faster than the back hand, because the way needs to be clean, right? When I'm punching with the back hand, the way needs to be clean so I can go in. If my hand is too slow, then I hit it, right? So it's like a bicycle. The only difference is that the front hand goes back faster than the back hand, right? So this is basically what a chain punch should look like. I'm holding the line, right? I'm holding the center line and I'm punching, okay? So it's the same thing. Once you've learned this, this idea, this concept, you can use it in fighting as well. It's the same principle, right? Because if the way is not clean, see, I have contact here, and I'm trying to do a lapsal, but if the way is not clean, I cannot punch him, right? So I need to learn to make my front hand come back faster than the hand that is punching, right? I need to clean the way, otherwise my efforts are useless. So if I have contact here, I clean the way so I can go in, right? So this is what chain punching is actually preparing you for. It's like this sweeping action, right? When you're doing CHUN-How. This is what chain punching really means. A lot of people are using chain punching wrong. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. Chain punching is not meant to be this flabby hand. I'm stepping in and I'm what is this? I mean, how can you use this crap, right? Right? I don't even have contact. Guard, stay put, right? I don't even have contact and I start punching. What is this? I mean, right? Chain punching is not. I started like crazy. It's like tam. I'm shooting without a target, right? I'm shooting all over the place. If you're facing a boxer or somebody who maybe they become scared, right? And they punch you straight and they hold the hand. Look, just look at it. Okay? Where's your chain punching? How can you use it, right? Okay, you need to understand these things. Chain punching is not, it is like a machine gun, but if I don't have contact, like, it's just like having my target here in the middle, and I'm shooting all over the place, right? With my machine gun, and hoping to hit the target. It doesn't make sense, right? If I know the target is there, I take my machine gun, BAM! Right? And I shoot. If you want to use CHUN-How correctly, to use chain punching correctly, first you need contact, right? I first make the bridge, I have contact, now I can use chain punching, right? I clean the way, and I can use chain punching for whatever I want. But first I need contact, right? Look, if he gives me, same scenario as before, right? When I'm chain punching and he's going straight. I have my guard, he goes straight and I go I clean the way because I get contact. Or he goes straight, I go straight, lob stop, thumb, right? This is what chain punching means. This is what chain punching is meant to be used for. Not it's like you have contact and you go in for the kill. Okay? So this is what chain punching is, a recycling motion. Recycling motion, right? You get contact, you clean the way. You get contact, you clean the way. Right? You clean the way for your punch, for your main action. This is secondary action, main action. Right? I'm punching, I'm cleaning. I'm punching, I'm cleaning. I'm punching, I'm cleaning. Right? Punch, clean, clean, clean. This is what chain punching is. Right? That's how you combine being relaxed, hitting while you're relaxed with chain punching. It will make you very, very efficient. Especially when you have contact, right? He wants to hit you, you get contact, and you immediately absorb it, right? And from here you can elbow him, you can lock him, right? You can do whatever you like from this position. So, these are really important things that you need to consider, right? Especially if you're in the beginning. Don't do this stuff. Don't do like ta 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 boom 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 boom. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit. I guarantee it. Especially because you see a lot. It's enough for him to go in here and follow with a hook or anything. Like he doesn't even need to be a good fighter. Bam! Finished. Right? So that's how you would use chain punching in a fight. Right? It's not about shooting all over the place. I get a target, I shoot it. I get a target, I shoot it. Right? Now I know, now I'm blind, right? I don't know where my target is. I have contact, I know where my target is. I don't even need to see it to know where I'm hitting, right? Think of it as if you were a blind person, right? When you're blind, you don't know where your target is, right? Here, I don't know. He might hit me, he might not hit me, right? Once you get contact, once you've made the bridge, once you've established where his center is, you can start to attack his center. But first you need the target. Okay? So if I'm here, I don't even need to go necessarily with chain punching here to do chain punching. I can go with an uppercut as well and then follow. I can go here, I can go here, I can go here, right? So as always, the most important thing is contact. Later, we're going to show you how to use long range Wing Chun as well. Because a lot of people are just like that, you know. They have like, in Wing Chun, a lot of people, when they have contact, they are exceptionally good fighters, right? Once they lose contact, they're blind. They're like a fish out of the water. You need as well, like, you know, long range fighting as well, because you're not always going to be in cheese out distance, because in cheese out distance, it's true, I have the advantage, but he can also hit me, right? It's dangerous, especially if it's somebody who has a really long reach, somebody taller than you, for example, right? It can be very, very difficult to come close and hit him, right? If I'm shorter. So that's where your long range Wing Chun comes in with your legs, right? Long range Wing Chun implies a lot of kicking because they're extremely useful. So in another video, we're going to discuss as well long range Wing Chun and how you can maximize it, right? How you can benefit from it. Thank you for watching the first video of Fighting Foundations 1.0. I hope you found this information useful, and I'm looking forward very much to sharing the next video with you where we will be discussing footwork. You know, a lot of people in Wing Chun, they ignore using footwork, or using their training their legs and their moving punching, right? And these are really useful tools, especially in fighting, where you don't have like a two-dimensional approach. Where, for example, in CHUN-How, we could say that it's a two-dimensional approach, right? You're standing, you're not moving. Well, when you're sparring, when you put footwork in the mix, it becomes a three-dimensional approach to fighting, right? So footwork is really important, and we're gonna discuss how you can build really good moving punching, how you can practice your punches in the wall back so that you get some strength behind your elbows and get some power, get some explosion. And as well, how you can do this moving punching to maximize whatever you're doing in your sparring sessions, or as well in your fighting, because you know we're ultimately preparing ourselves for fighting. Additionally, I will also show you how you can visualize while doing your training. Like I said before, it's 100% mental. I'm going to show you how exactly you can do that. I'm Sifu Bogdan, and I'll see you in the next video.